So, the Alex versus Arod is coming to HBO documentary about the great baseball player Alex Rodriguez, the dual personality, and the people who were close to him and know him. And talk about a guy who's had a resurgence part two, working for Fox Sports and the baseball analyst with former Red Sox rivals and Dave Ortiz and Pedro Martinez and him and Derek Jeter, the dynamic relationship, the different changes, and how his playing days, talks about the steroids, talks about the personal relationships on again off the field. He, in so many ways, mirrors like a cross between Jose Canseco and Kobe Bryant. But he's like a memory of a modern day player, but yet he becomes someone that you love to hate, hate to love, and then he became somewhere in the middle. Minnesota Timberwolves part ownership. Anthony Edwards has got to definitely want to pick his brain. There's so many different layers to A-Rod. He was one of the greatest baseball players I ever saw. A game changer in the field for a shortstop for his size and everything, and to hit with power, stolen bases. I mean, one of those guys that polarizing, intriguing, and made himself into something that people grew up watching. Of course, if we go back in the day when he left the Mariners and he went to Texas for the bag and he got booed hard. I still remember that game, watching that game, his first trip back when I was in the Northwest, and I had to have my TV on mute and I could still hear the boos. And then he signed that big deal. Texas didn't do nothing, but he got the bag. He had originally got traded to the Red Sox to Boston, but he never suited up. He ended up going to the Yankees, and so they hated him. Wherever he went, he was, polarizing. Some may think pariah, what have you. And he has an intriguing legacy. Some people may hold the tag about the steroids. Personally, I think the man should be in the Hall of Fame. He was one of the greatest players I ever saw. And I remember when he came out as a kid, he was bad. So, you can't only do so much. You have to have the skills. But he had diva qualities about him. He was very much flamboyant, stylish, He kind of runs the gamut. He's a very complex cat, to say the least. This documentary should be very intriguing. It should be a must-see, I would think. I would think that they would definitely, when you watch A-Rod, you'll definitely be like captivated by what the man and so many different intervals about him. But to his credit, he's his PR. He has rebounded. He has made himself into a pretty decent, in his midlife, decent cat. I think people for the most part